Hello, welcome back to another entrepreneur training section. My name remains Prince Yemi Kasali, and if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do so. If you're also yet to follow us on Facebook, I plead you follow us on Facebook. Today's edition, we shall be treating how to make body spray. In order to make body spray, we need just two things like we did in our perfume. In our perfume, we need fragrance and methanol. But in our perfume, we used 1 liter each for the two. If you want to prepare 10 liters, you need 5 liters each. But in this case, it is ratio 1 to 2. That means the difference between perfume and body spray is the amount of methanol. The methanol in body spray is times 2 or more than the perfume. That is why you see perfume lasts longer than body spray. And that is why you see when using body spray, it shouts faster than perfume because the methanol in it makes it diffuse fast and it makes it go into the air fast. So you smell it faster than the perf, and the faster it goes into the air, the shorter it stays with you. So that is why we have body spray shouts more than perfume, and at the same time that is why body spray is cheaper than perfume because it contains majorly methanol or alcohol in general. So that is just the difference. So it's the same preparation, but the amount of methanol is times 2. So it's a ratio 1 to 2. It's the same method. Just study your fragrance and make sure you have a good one, a good combination, and choose your fragrance very well. In order to know or to understand how perfume works, you need to know the classes and the types of perf. We have the top notes, we have the middle notes, and we have the bottom note. From my own research, I think the top note is the one that moves faster. It's the ones that smells very fast. It diffuses into the air very fast, while the middle note is a little bit reserved. Then we have the bottom note, which lasts very long. In a normal ratio, you can put it like 2-1-2. That means the top note will be much because it's the one that goes into the hair, is the one that moves faster, everybody receive. Then we have the middle note, who stays a little bit in between. Then we have the bottom note, which lasts longer. So the bottom and the top might be in the ratio 2, while the middle one might be in ratio 1. So the top notes are mostly extracted from citrus, aromatic. Then we have the middle notes, which are floral, green, or fruity, the spicy. Then we have the bottom note, which is the wood and the herbal. The bottom note smells greatest, like it lasts longer, but it's not very attractive. It smelling like wool or smelling like forest will not be something great. So that is why we need to add more to it. Otherwise, anybody could have chosen the bottom since it's gonna be there for life. I mean, for long. So why don't we just use it? So, but the smell is not always very attractive. So that is why we mix them, because we might not be using the bottom notes if not that they last longer. So when we mixed everything together, it brings another unique scent and it makes it have the 3 qualification. That means you'll still smell it long after, and it will also move faster into the air, and at least there's always one of middle. So that is why we need to study our perfume closely, how perfume are being mixed before going into the business. That doesn't mean if you mix your perfume with alcohol or oil, you're not going to sell. But if you really want to make something professional, something great, then you need to study at least a little bit of how perfumes are always added and the kinds and characteristics of perfumes. Let's go into the preparation proper. But before you go further, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're yet to do so, and follow us on Facebook if you're yet to do so. Yeah, let's go into the practical aspects of preparing an alcohol-based perfume. Like we said, we only have few ingredients. We have our perfume. These are 3 types of perfume that we'll be mixing together, and we have our methanol. So we need to measure our perfume, combinations of our perfume, into the container, and we stir before adding our methanol. So that's the first one. We are adding the first kind of perfume, I keep watching as I'm adding in order to have a good combination. The first two will be added in a little form. There is one which is the base. Base are very strong perf. Then we have the middle, we have the top, but I'll be adding the three together at random. But if you're going into this for business, you should be careful of what you're doing. You need to study the addition of perf, the base, the top, the head, which is the top, then the medium, which is the heart of the perf. You need to study all these things carefully before going into the business properly. That doesn't mean you cannot produce perf, but if you really want to be a professional at this, then that means you need to go further than that, just to know how to combine your perf to have good results. So those are our perf, and we've already added them into the container. So I mix them. I shake them in order to have a good mix. Then I'll be adding my methanol into it. I've watched the measurement for this, then I'll add equivalent methanol to it, the exact amount of perf. That means the total perf, the exact amount is what I'm targeting to add. That's our perf. So we already have our perf, and that's all we need for perfume. That's our perfume. But to prepare body spray, we need to make methanol more than that. That means instead of adding a ratio 1:1, we'll be adding ratio 2:1. That means our methanol will be times 2 of the fragrance. So the methanol will be more than the fragrance, it will be times 2 of the fragrance. So that is why I'm opening it again. In order to make body spray, I need to pour more methanol into the fragrance. So that had been the perf, but now we are making it body spray because we need more methanol in the fragrance as body spray. So the more the methanol, the faster the smell, the faster the perf circulates, but the quicker the scent disappears. So we are storing our body spray in a container. I just stored it in this container so that it can be there for about 2 to 3 days in order to come together as one before adding it into a spray bottle. Thank you very much. This is all we have on body spray. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly do so, and if you are yet to follow us on Facebook also, please kindly do so. Thank you very much.